So here we are, first possible YouTube video. Started kayaking in a Seviloor inflatable kayak. Immediately caught the bug. I wanted to get out there fishing. I'm a keen fisherman, both fly and sea fishing. So I decided I'm going to get myself a new kayak. Funds obviously were a bit of a challenge, like most people who are setting out. This one actually came from AB Leisure. It's the Ocean Marauder. You see there from AB Leisure. Love the white. It's the first time I sort of seen a white kayak, although I didn't look too hard. And that was the beginning of the journey. Been out on it once, fishing. Also been out on it just paddling up and down Loch Winnoch, which is a local loch near me here in Ayrshire. So, quick run over of what I've done. So obviously you got the fish finder, needed a battery box. I'll show you this before the rain gets too heavy. So there's the battery box, makeshift. Used a food container, waterproof, that ran the cables through Velcro, and I just used some caravan window sealer to just lock it in place while I'm out in the water, but it comes up easy. I can fit the battery, no problem. Moving on to the fish finder. It's just the cheaper end Elite 3X Lowrance fish finder. Not tried it yet, but looking forward to. You see with the AB Leisure, it has these foot pegs which actually steer the rudder, which we'll get to in a second. Seat that comes with it, really nice paddle they gave me, carbon fibre, nice and light. So from there I decided I would join the YouTube league and set up some camera sticks here. This is one just made out of PVC, plenty of ideas on YouTube, dead easy to do, dead cheap. And there's the waterproof case for this, which probably should be in just now. I don't think that rain's going to be too heavy. And then underwater stick that can come out, that'll just sit on there and dip it underwater just to get those underwater catch pictures. Got myself a couple of these cheap end Ron Thompson EVP2, I think it is. It's the Solid Boat 120. It's just a lightweight boat rod that I'll use for macro fishing. I'll get a more heavy duty one when I'm hitting the sea lochs for the bigger species. Just dip in here. There's another container here for dry storage of stuff. I use that for my mobile phone and bits and bobs, but I've got dry bags for that now. Move to the back. I just made this tub here. Got these quite handy bungees that come in twos, but they're locked in the middle here, so it goes across. Just cut wedges in, and that holds it in place with the bungee being wrapped around the bottom here. Might change that, just see how it performs first time out. My wee brother brought me a drogue chute, which I'm most thankful for. I got some quick dry towels and water containers. The usual extra Christmas presents you get from people. Here's a little whistle that's got a compass and a temperature gauge on it, although I've got a nice app on the phone which I'll do a video on some other time. Here, moving back, we have the skeg here. The skeg allows you to obviously control. It's not fantastic for when you're pedalling along. I think the main use of it is just to cancel out tide and wind. You see the line runs here all the way through the middle of the boat, and it's controlled by this here. You just basically move one backwards, one forward, you pull it while you're on the boat, and it will flip it up or flip it down depending on what you want. Really handy, works a treat, and then catches in that little groove there. I just added this whenever I'm stowing it and carrying it on the car. That's quite handy. So moving around here, you've got the anchor trolley. I've run the anchor in just for illustration purposes really. But here's the anchor I bought. Got one of these safety clips. Loads of advice on YouTube, basically saying that you should fit one of those. The anchor trolley's dead simple. It's these D-rings, I think they're called, with the well nuts. I went for a little bit of sealant just to keep it as waterproof as possible. carabiner clip. This all came as a kit straight off eBay. Nice little run. I might change these for stainless steel, full stainless steel pulleys, but this is fine for now. And obviously it runs up the boat here. I've got one of these zigzag locks, which we'll just use to lock up. The decals you see here, now this is just me being me, I guess. I like to personalise things that I've got. Although this is the only one I'm likely to see in terms of the Ocean Marauder kayak up here for a while, maybe until they get about and they're well known. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to put some decals on there off eBay again. I'm the real eBay fan. And down here you've got the shark decals on the front there, and they obviously go around the side as well there. Just a bit of fun. There's the Sevular underneath, that's the inflatable kayak that me and my partner started with. Things to do next. I'm going to run these cables through and seal it up. I've got some, it's got some of that marine goo that I'm going to use to seal it up and make it waterproof again. Just drill through there. I've got a nice Dremel tool that I got, that's been really handy for upgrading. We can also have a look in here while we're here, and there's probably crisp packs and all sorts of stuff in here, but no, there you go, the wire's in there, another waterproof tub, and it also came with these foot pegs that obviously you don't need to steer, you just basically pull them in. And yeah, here's some bits and bobs from my last session. It's just some feathers. Next time I'm going out, I'll start using different tactics. I've been watching a few of the more well-known YouTube kayakers. Here's some leashes. Obligatory, every single channel I've watched, they all say the same thing: if you don't want to lose it, leash it. So there we go. I'll have one on the rod, one on the paddle, another one on a rod if I'm using two rods, one on, I don't really need it here. I mean, this has got a really nice quick release. You just pop it off and pop it back on. That's not really going to come off there. Mobile phone might be a bit different. I might do something with that and make some sort of leashing system for it. The seat, I must say, the seat is ultra comfortable. I didn't think it was going to be, but yeah, it's excellent. Changed my mind about the whole kayaking thing as well. I thought I was gonna bum out because it was too uncomfortable, but no, it was just a maladjusted chair and the fact I was using the inflatable. This little stowage bag, 4-point clips as usual, and this here is where I've ran the transducer through. Now I got a Lowrance scupper hole transducer kit. Had to make a few modifications on it. I'll just go around here and give you a quick tour of where that is under here. So if you're coming into the kayak, you obviously see there's nothing sticking out. It's all nice and flush, and it's not until you get right under there that you actually see there's a transducer in good contact with water and running straight through the scupper hole. Nice and sealed. We'll still let water flow up and down, but I'm certainly comfortable that's going to do a great job there. And other purchase is this, the trolley set for the kayak. It's a heavy beast. It just lets me manoeuvre it up and down properly. So there you go. There's my pride and joy just now. Now the other problem we face is it's cold here in Scotland. We need to keep warm when in the water, and we need to protect ourselves. It's all about safety, and I have obviously a life vest, safety vest, whatever you want to call it. But here's the purchase of the year, I think. This is an ex-RAF immersion suit. Lots of bad press about them, called crisp packets. They wouldn't bother with them, they're not great. Now here's the way I'm kind of coming in from this. I can't afford one of the Typhoon ones that I really liked. It's too expensive. I've spent a lot of money on the kayak. This was it was meant to be a stopgap, a bit of a project just to see how easy it was. Now I bought this as damage repairable, and you can pick them up on eBay as well. And really, to be honest, I had to replace the cuffs. It's not great, it's not tidy, but I wasn't really too fussed with that. It needs to be functional rather than fashionable, in my opinion. I also had these two vents that came out. I'll just show you inside there. They came straight out. Cut them out, sealed them up with just using a couple of spares that got sent along with the glue that I got from the supplier off eBay once again. And there's the other cuff. I also did the neck, which was kind of tricky, but worked. And then the zip was in a bad state. It still needs just a couple of touches, like here where you just see the edge coming up, but that's fine. I'll just go down. Functionally, it works. I mean, I've tested it. I've gone and jumped in Loch Winna, floated about. It was quite funny, getting laughed at by the people eating their sandwiches in their cars. I mean, I find that more funny than somebody actually out trying, a dry suit. But each to their own. There's a couple of bits up here I need to just basically seal up a bit better, and I had a small leak here. So that needs sealed. I can see where the water's going to get in there. I'm not sure whether it's the zip wasn't seated fully, or I don't know. I'm going to do a wee bit next before I get out tomorrow. There's also, try and get this with one hand. Difficult. So this is the relief zip, and in here you have quite a footery bit, but basically you've got a flap that comes out and allows you to do your business when you need to. Quite frankly, it's leaking. There's a bit, you'll see it just in there, just where my finger is. It leaks here as well, just on the seam. So decisions are, I'm gonna just seal it completely up. It's easy enough to get in and out of the dry suit without having too much issues. So yeah, great buy, £40. That's the suit and shipping. The company was Wood Group. I'm not going to do a product endorsement, a company endorsement, but I must admit I was really impressed. The communication they had with me was great. They helped me choose. They made it clear what state it was in, and a reasonable price. So I'll end there. Hopefully the next video will be on the water. Thanks.